welcome to Just Events Online News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. First, the news headlines. Buhari takes charge, pushes back governors. Federal government considers refusal of Buhari's Electoral Act amendment by Senate. Grants automatic employment to first-class graduates, representatives urge federal government. Power crisis is like war, federal government says. MBT bans non-accredited programs in polytechnics and other institutions. NJC places judge on watch list, warns another for misconduct. NANS gives federal government and ASU 2 weeks to end strike. IPOB not recruiting new members for Eastern Security Network. Hush Puppy caught in $400,000 fraud case while in USG, FBI agent alleges. And on sport, Canada confirms 2 friendly matches against Nigeria. Now the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday waded into the leadership crisis, rocking the ruling All Progressive Congress, backing Governor Mai Mala Buni as chairman of the Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee and sanctioning the March 26, 2022 National Convention. Buhari made this known in a letter addressed to the chairman of Progressive Governors Forum and Kebbi State Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. The president stressed the urgent need for the party to avoid all controversies, litigations and all other necessary distraction and quickly get its act together. He shunned all members of Governors Forum and their followers to desist from any behavior or utterances that would likely lead to disunity in the ranks of the party and ultimately jeopardize the transition of the convention. The federal government yesterday said it is yet to take an official position on Senate's rejection of President Muhammadu Buhari's request for expunging Section 8412 from the Electoral Act 2022, but indicated willingness to exploit all legal options. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami dropped the hint yesterday at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting, presided over by Vice President Yemi Osibajo in Abuja. He said the government had 3 options open to it, including seeking reconsideration, approaching the court, or accepting the law as it were. The AGF acknowledged that while it was the responsibility of the lawmakers to legislate, the federal government, however, will not hesitate to intervene when necessary. The House of Representatives has urged the Federal Ministry of Education to interfere with other relevant government agencies to grant automatic employment to first-class graduates from Nigerian tertiary institutions. The resolution came on the heat of a motion sponsored by Chinedu Martins, was considered at yesterday's plenary. Presenting the motion, Martin said the tertiary institutions in the country produce hundreds of first-class graduates annually, with most of them roaming about the streets without jobs. Contributing to the debate, the Deputy Speaker Idris Wase noted that most first-class graduates do not want to work with the government but with multinational corporations. The federal government on Wednesday compared the present power supply crisis in the country to a war situation, but said it is taking all necessary measures to remain on top of it. Minister of Power Abubakar Aliyu, who made the declaration while fielding questions at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, blamed the collapse of power on a combination of factors. He said, having realized the gravity of the situation, he summoned a meeting of stakeholders whom he told that the present condition could be likened to a war situation requiring emergency solutions. According to the minister, the power grid that suffered the collapse has now been restored and efforts being made to put power into it. The National Board for Technical Education has banned all diploma programs other than the National Diploma run by some polytechnics and other technical and vocational education and training institutions across the country. This was contained in a statement by the board's head of media unit, Ajia Fatima Abubakar, quoted the board's executive secretary, Professor Idris Bugaje. Bugaje noted that the ban became necessary in view of the proliferation of unaccredited diplomas, which are not acceptable for career progression or academic advancement. He lamented that holders of non-accredited diplomas are often left in a dilemma, as they neither secure employment nor progress academically with such qualification. The National Judicial Council has issued warning letters to 2 High Court judges in the Federal Capital Territory and Kaduna judiciaries over alleged misconduct. The Council's Director of Information, Soji Oye, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. According to the statement, the NJC took the decision at its 97th meeting held on March 15 and 16, 2022. The meeting presided over by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Mohammed, who doubles as the chairperson of NJC, also recommended 15 judicial appointments, including 6 court heads. Oye said the judges Muawiya Idris of the FCT High Court was issued a warning letter and placed on the Council's watch list for a period of 1 year. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has declared members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities as common enemies of Nigerian students for extending the warning strike by 2 months despite appeals from students and other stakeholders in the country. The students' body has, however, given both the federal government and ASUU 2 weeks ultimatum to end the strike or face unprecedented anger of students. The students equally passed a vote of no confidence on the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, and his counterpart, Minister of Education, Adamu Adamu, to continue to lead the government's negotiation team. These were some of the resolutions that the expanded National Executive Council of NANS held on 15th March as contained in a communique signed by the National President of NANS, Comrade Sunday Ashefon, and Secretary General, Comrade Adekita Lukman, and made available to newsmen on Wednesday in Abuja. The indigenous people of Biafra have said that the group is not recruiting new members for the Eastern Security Network and therefore warn youths to be careful as those behind the recruitment are not genuine members of IPOB. The group also alleged that some unscrupulous elements were planning to recruit cultists and criminals as fake ESN members to further terrorize the people in the region. The spokesman for the group, Emma Powerful, made this known in a statement released on Thursday. He maintained that some wicked politicians and greedy individuals in Biafra land are behind the evil agenda to create confusion and unleash mayhem on innocent people of the land. An agent who claims to be working under the Federal Bureau of Investigation of the National Government of the United States has alleged that Instagram celebrity Hush Puppy has received fresh charges as U.S. prosecutors submitted court documents showing that he committed fraud and laundered over $400,000 while in prison. The documents, which were presented before the United States District Court in California on Wednesday, showed fresh evidence indicating Hush Puppy of committing fraud and money laundering in U.S. Federal Correctional Facility. The last on the news is sports. Canada Women National Team have confirmed they will play Nigeria twice in friendly matches in April. The game has been arranged to celebrate the North American ladies' triumph at the 2022 Olympic Games in Tokyo last August. Canada, who are ranked 6th in the world, clinched their first ever gold medal at the tournament, seeing off Sweden in a penalty shootout. Nigeria has now reached an agreement to join in the Canadian Celebrity Tour. We have come to the end of the news on Just Event Online. Here is the recap of the story. Buhari takes charge, pushes back governors. Federal government considers refusal of Buhari's Electoral Act amendment by Senate. Grant automatic employment to first-class graduates, representatives urge federal government. Power crisis is like war, federal government says. MVTE bans non-accredited programs in polytechnics and other institutions. NJC places judge on watch list once another for misconduct. NANS gives federal government and ASUU 2 weeks to end strike. IPOB not recruiting new members for Eastern Security Network. Hush Puppy caught in $400,000 fraud cases while in USJ. FBI agents alleged. And on sports, Canada confirms 2 friendly matches against Nigeria. Thank you for watching Just Events Online News. Stop giving people the power to control your smile, your worth, and your attitude. For more news, visit www.justeventsonline.com and to read more updates. Follow us on our social media platform with a tab at Just Events Online. Email us at justeventsonline@gmail.com. Also contact our newsroom on 081 66841756. I'm Anifat Ismail. Good night.